Welcome to Elevate Springfield, where we will dive into strategies and stories that help you rise to your full potential. Each episode, we'll talk about how you can take intentional steps to elevate your life and your business while making a meaningful impact on those around you. Along the way, we're going to bring in the change makers from our community that are already elevating. We'll bring the actionable strategies, you bring the discipline and follow through, and together we can elevate Springfield.
All right, let's go, Springfield. Time to 10x your day, y'all. Time to level up. Time to crush it. Hey, you are listening to the Elevate Springfield podcast. Robert Farrell here, certified 10x coach, speaker, and mentor, here to bring you actionable strategies. You bring the discipline and follow through, and together we're going to elevate Springfield. Well, you are listening to another segment of Communities Grow Together on the Elevate Springfield podcast. As you know, we drop these segments each week. The Communities Grow Together segment will touch on all things nonprofit associations and how we as a community are working together so we can all grow together. This segment is brought to you by David Hilst, American Family Insurance Agency over on West Wabash. Whatever you need insurance-wise, whether that's business, life, home, auto, or anything in between, hey, David and his team can take care of you. Give them a shout, or hey, stop by and visit them over on West Wabash. These segments are quick hits of actionable strategies and what's going on in our area to help you level up and grow together. Be right back after the break. Looking for personalized insurance with hometown care? David Hilst, American Family Insurance Agent, is here to help you protect what matters most: your family, your home, and your dreams. Whether it's auto, home, life, business, David and his team are proud to serve the Springfield community with trusted advice and reliable coverage. Local service, real relationships, peace of mind. Call today or stop by their office. They can build your dream protection plan together. Call 217-726-6343. And we are back for another segment of Communities Grow Together. Thank you again to David Hilst, American Family Insurance Agency. Joining me today is Olivia Lohse from Rise, and we've got a couple other folks that are joining us as well. We'll talk to them in just a moment. We're going to start with Olivia. Olivia, tell us a little bit about Rise.
Yeah, thanks so much for having us. So Rise is the Young Professionals program of the Greater Springfield Chamber of Commerce. We're designed to engage emerging leaders aged 21 to 39 to capture that young professional audience here in Springfield. All of our programming ties back to our program pillars of community service, networking, and professional development. So we're really proud of the program calendar that we've been able to build and cultivate over the past 3 years.
So how long have you been with the Chamber now?
I've been with the Chamber for about 1.5 years now.
Okay. Loving it so far?
It's been great. I love getting out in the community and being able to engage with the different businesses and the young professionals in the Springfield area.
So is this the first chamber you've worked for? Have you worked with for any other organizations like this?
I have not. My entire professional career has been with nonprofits, but this is my first Chamber of Commerce.
Okay. What nonprofits?
Previously, I was with the Springfield YMCA.
Okay. What'd you do for them?
I was most recently a membership director.
Awesome. So you can probably use some of that same skill set for what you're doing right now, right?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I really get to focus on the engagement aspect with getting more young professionals engaged and expanding that network.
Awesome. So how long has Rise been around?
Rise is currently in its 3rd year of programming, and it's our 2nd year of having a dedicated staff person.
So before that, was it just run by the executive committee, or what'd you guys do?
Yeah, so before my position was introduced, it was primarily the executive committee and support from chamber staff members, helping get the program going and launched. Melissa Horn really helped with some of those event details, but our executive committee really did a great job at boots on the ground, getting the word out and getting people involved.
Love it. So why is it so important to target that young professionals, that 21 to 39 that you're talking about?
So we found it important to target that 21 to 39-year-old age group because there's not a lot of programming, especially professional programming, designed for them. Everyone knows that once you're in that C-suite level or like those upper management positions, you go networking, you do all of this, you build those connections. But we really wanted to create a space that was easy for young professionals to start that professional journey because as a young professional myself, going to my first networking event, it was really intimidating. I lucked out that there was a couple people from Rise there that I had already met before that kind of took me under their wing and got me introduced. But we really wanted to be able to provide that channel to get engaged and feel comfortable networking.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And like you said, I mean, not C-suite yet, but the folks that are in the group could eventually be in the C-suite, and that's great for to already have that network built up and know all the people within the community by the time that happens. And then I know that that 21 to 39-year-old age range is important for our economic development too. Every community struggles to keep that segment of the population in their community, or I guess not everybody, but most communities do. Right. A lot of times we get a lot of people that want to move to a bigger city or something like that. So you feel like you guys can play a part in keeping some of those folks home here?
I sure hope so. Even personally, Rise helped me stay in the Springfield area. I found myself laid off of my previous position and I was starting to look elsewhere just to explore options. But then through the connections and roots that I've built here through personal and professional connections, it just made it too hard to leave.
Absolutely. What's the favorite part of your job?
My favorite part is definitely getting to work with our executive committee and our subcommittees because it's such a unique opportunity being able to bring together all those young professionals from around the Springfield area. We even have someone who commutes in from, I think, 30 minutes away since we do serve that greater Springfield area. And it's just been such a wonderful experience getting to hear everyone's perspective and hear everyone's background and talents.
That's awesome. So you do get quite a few from outside of the, Springfield proper.
I'd say majority is from that Springfield area. We have some Chatham, Rochester, Riverton, but primarily that main Springfield area.
Well, what would you tell a 22, 23-year-old, hey, they just got done with college, they got their first quote unquote professional job. Hey, what would you tell them about coming and joining up with Rise?
I guess do it. Working sounds so intimidating and kind of abstract, but really it's just going and meeting people, making those connections, just getting to know the people in your community.
Absolutely. Well, I know you brought a couple of folks with you. Why don't you go ahead and introduce who those two are before we bring them up?
Yeah, so with me, I have Rachel Salvaggio, our 2025 Rise Executive Committee Chair, as well as Nicholas Koch, our 2025 Rise Chair-elect, and our 2026 Rise Chair.
Awesome. Yeah. Nicholas Koch, that might sound familiar to you. He was on the show about, it's probably been, 6 or 7 months ago now. It's been a little bit. So we'll welcome him back. And excited to talk to them about their experience on the committee and then also all the events you guys have coming up. So appreciate it, Olivia.
Thank you.
All right. So Rachel and Nicholas, welcome. Nicholas, good to have you back.
Thank you. Yeah, happy to be back.
Yeah, Rachel, good to see you.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thanks.
So let's talk a little bit about where you guys are from before we get into your role on the Rise Committee and all the events coming up. So, Rachel, tell us a little bit about your day job here.
Sure. So I am from Springfield, born and raised, and I work with I&B. I am their corporate trainer. I've been there for about 6 months now.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
What kind of training programs do you have for them?
Yeah. So I have the opportunity to build a training program from scratch. So they do have some existing technical training in place. My responsibility, I've been tasked with, is to come in and really take on training across the entire organization and building on skill development and onboarding and just things like that.
Awesome. So has that always been your career track? Have you done a lot of that?
I've done some of that, but no, it has not always been my career track. I initially started as an event coordinator. Quickly realized that the scheduling wasn't for me. I started with a bank shortly after that in their call center. I moved to deposit ops and fraud. Within that position, I was able to deploy various trainings within that organization based on my subject matter expertise. From there, I went to the Illinois Bankers Association as their education director, where I was able to develop those trainings for banks across the state of Illinois. And then from there, I am now with INB. So it's a full circle
Yeah,
moment where I get to plan events within a bank. So it's
absolutely.
very cool.
So what drew you to Rise in the first place?
Yeah, so it was about 3.5 years ago, maybe. I was approached by one of our colleagues, Nick Gentile. He's a banker, so we were the same, kind of networking event. He was like, "Hey, we want to start this in Springfield, and I want you to be a part of it." And I was like, "Let's go." And so ever since then, we've been, as Olivia mentioned earlier, boots on the ground. It started off very volunteer heavy. Of course, we had the commitment of the chamber as well, but yeah, it was just the way he approached it with me, and being from Springfield, I definitely saw that need for that sort of young professional community. It's weird when you grow up in a place, you're around your people
Yeah.
from preschool
Mhm.
through high school and
Yeah.
maybe even into college. And then you move back and you're like, wait a minute, I have to figure out how to find that community again because it's not as given or easy or a part of your day-to-day life. And so I saw Rise as an opportunity for that for me personally. And I'm happy to say I truly believe other people have gotten that opportunity for out of Rise as well.
Love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick is on the board with me at Local First Springfield
Yeah.
now too. So I've been able to get to know him a little bit more here recently, and he's
Mhm.
great. So
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Absolutely. And I have to give a shout out to Bailey Woosley as well, because
Okay.
it was Nick and Bailey. They kind of got together and it was their idea to get this started. So,
Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. We'll come right back to you. But Nicholas, good to have you back. So
Yeah.
tell everybody what you've been up to since last time you joined us.
Yeah. Things look a little bit different now.
Yeah.
I joined Troxel, an insurance company here in town, about a month ago now. So been there, going full steam ahead, passed all my licensure exams and all that. So
Congrats on that.
thank you. Yeah. It's been a while since I've had to study for something like that. It was a bit of an adjustment,
Uh-huh.
but no, well worth it. I've hit the ground running, really enjoying it. Everybody there has been just super supportive. I think a lot of times you hear people say, let me know if you need any help. And then you go ask them for help and it kind of seems like you're bothering them or it's kind of just a blank offer, an empty offer, if you will. But I mean, I've knocked on doors of guys that have been in business for, 30, 40 years and they drop what they're doing to help. It's been great.
That's awesome. No, Troxel, a great local business. Want to say thank you to you for all your support and all your help on the Local First Springfield board as well. I know a couple of people have said it before. You're like varsity and in community helping and getting out and doing all these things. So you really are a great example of what somebody can do in the community and make a true impact. So thank you for all your help over the past over the past year. So we've
Yeah.
been doing a lot together.
Absolutely. I appreciate that. And I think it's just Springfield's a great spot. Rachel said, like, born and raised here. I've had a great childhood, grew up here. I think it's a great spot to raise a family. It's a great opportunity to be here. So
Yeah.
want to support it.
So same question to you. What drew you to Rise?
Yeah, so we moved back. We lived in Alton, Illinois while my wife was finishing up dental school down there. We moved back and really just wanted to get involved with something. We had our friend group, but knew that there was more out there. And then we went the first Rise event I went to is the kickoff event. We had it at home plate, and just being there, just meeting people and realizing everybody has that common goal of like, hey, we're young now, but like you talked about earlier, like 5, 10, 15, 20, even 30, 40 years down the road, the people you meet now are going to be those decision makers and the people that pull weight around their organizations. So building those networks now, I think is crucial. And so that's my wife and I have both been involved with Rise and it's been nothing but good, really.
That's awesome. You both mentioned the events. Let's get into those. What are some of the events you guys hold every year?
Yeah, so we do Rise and Shine. That's in the morning. Usually have a speaker there of some sort, talk about professional development to some extent. Those are usually 7:30 to 8:45. Stop by, grab some food, network. Usually a speaker talks about 10, 15 minutes. It's a great opportunity to just start your day, still get in the office at a reasonable time. And then we also have Rise and Unwind, which are after work. Usually those involve a little bit more food and some drinks and more so just straight networking. at those. I think they're both great opportunities just to get out and meet people. One thing I like about them is I just enjoy learning about other businesses. So they're hosted at businesses. So it's, it's cool to go and see the insides of the businesses.
Yeah, because you might not have a reason to ever be inside that business for some of them, right?
Yeah,
and it is cool just to go and learn.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Like we had an event at Brant, and they fired up their racing simulator for us. And I would have I'm not a farmer. I would have the furthest thing from a farmer. I would have no reason to ever go into to Brant. So it's cool seeing that. Or LRS is another example where we've had events.
Yeah.
You guys had your first annual leadership conference this year. Does that look like it was a big success? So.
Yeah, we already outgrew the space. Year one, we're looking for a bigger venue now. So it was really successful in that sense. But yeah, I think it's an event that we're very proud of. And it's not something that I think is common around here, is a conference specifically targeted towards just young professionals. So we were able to call on the community and the experts within this community. And so we had speakers from all over. From UIS, I know there was an I&B speaker, if I can plug Amy there.
Yeah, absolutely.
But there was just really great local talent, local experts that are already at that stage of their career, and they were able to come in and really help the young professionals grow and develop. So, so we have our second annual one coming up in April, right? April. Okay. And we're really looking forward to that. So there'll be more information published about that coming soon.
Very cool. But that's a full day conference though, right?
It is a full day conference, and we're looking to add some more elements to it that weren't included in the first year. So
very cool.
Stay tuned.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
So not too long ago, you guys also have your clothing drive that you do. That always looks to be a pretty good success and helps a lot of folks in the community, right?
Absolutely. That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, that was that's probably one of my, outside of the leadership conference, one of my favorite events. Clothes are expensive. And we get people that are, hey, I've been out of work for the past 2 years. I don't have clothes, and I've got an interview next week. That can be a real barrier if obviously you want to look professional, look good, feel good going into your interview. And I mean, that can be, $50 for a pair of pants, $50 for a shirt, $75 for a pair of shoes. I mean, quickly starting to add up.
No doubt about it.
And that's clothes are on the cheaper end. I mean, those numbers. So being able to provide people that opportunity to have that, especially for young folks right out of college, they're rubbing pennies together, be able to go in. I mean, we had several folks come in and get a few different suits, dress shirts, things along those lines. Community shows out for sure. We get a lot of like very high end quality.
Yeah, that's what when we were talking one day, you're like, you get some really high end diner type stuff in there sometimes.
Yeah,
I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah. There was one individual, Manny Mickelson, I give him a hard time. He went away with 2 Burberry suits.
Oh, wow.
And he's like, wow.
He's
like, I feel like a new man. It's like, yeah,
really,
you're exotic taste now.
Come on.
So yes, and part of that fact too is it's always kind of touching to hear. These were my husband's or my dad's or my wife's, clothes. And, I think the business attire has gotten so casual, more and more casual. And so, sometimes it's, you don't need a suit every day, but you've got a conference or something and you need one. Nobody wants to go spend $300 to $1,000 on a suit, so come get a decent one. We had Crafted Stag. He was helping fit people for suits, things like that. So
that's awesome.
Also, the sustainability element of it too, recycling or putting another life into these already existing pieces of clothing. That's another positive impact of it as well.
This year we hosted it at the Salvation Army, and one of the nice things was all those leftover clothes went to the Salvation Army. So now the Salvation Army is able to take those, sell those in their store, and all that money is staying here. We all know the current state of our economy and holidays coming up, the shutdown. I mean, everybody's kind of pinched right now. So being able to provide that extra income for them, maybe they can stock their food bank a little more, or feed somebody else. So.
That's a huge impact.
Yeah.
It's amazing how dressing nice and feeling good, how that's going to impact the way you walk into an interview or impact the way you show up on your first day. Maybe you just got that job and now you've got a week's worth of clothes to be able to start you out for that first week. That's really cool. Really great event you guys put together.
Yeah.
So
thanks.
Any other events?
Yeah, we do have we do have some new events coming up next year that we're going to try. Should be a fun 2 fun events. We also have, like Olivia made a comment earlier about the subcommittees. We have different subcommittees for people to get involved with. Events, community service, special events. That's who kind of plans the leadership conference. Community service, we always do. We have our big clothing drive. That's our big initiative. Olivia does an incredible job. I would say this if she wasn't in the room. Right. She does an incredible job doing that. But in order to take something off of her plate, we try to do smaller initiatives as well. Like this past year, we went to the Central Illinois Food Bank and packed boxes of food. We always do either the spring or fall United Way Day of Action. We did a blood drive and food drive this year. Yeah. So really just trying to get
Compass for Kids. We always get involved with that too. That one's my favorite.
It's really just trying to expose people to community service and getting people out there. And I think it's more of a natural way to connect with somebody than versus just going to a networking event and standing there and talking to somebody when you're, versus like at the food bank when you're packing the boxes, you're doing something and it's fun and it's a good opportunity.
Common values. But I think it's important to note that RISE was developed with like 3 main pillars, and that's professional development, networking, and community service. Okay. So all of these events, we try to incorporate at least one, if not all of them. So that's really what drives those decisions on really what we're going to do.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it keeps the important things, keep those core values. So do you guys do any outreach to local businesses or anything like that to spread the word of what you guys do?
Yeah, absolutely. So we do workplace visits where we will either myself, Olivia, or Nick, we all will go and visit local businesses to talk to either their leadership or their young professionals directly and really explain the importance of RISE and why they should be involved and the importance of networking.
They might be missing some time at work to come to these events, so it's important for them to know what they're doing at that time, I would imagine.
Absolutely. And sometimes it may be hard to ask for that time to go out into the community. And so if we can get the buy-in from the top, and it's easier to accept an invitation than it is to make an ask sometimes. So
no doubt about it. And I think business owners probably realize, and I know I've realized in my experience, is when you are a part of those things, missing that time in the office, quote unquote, in the office, that return's going to come back to you tenfold by being a part of stuff like this. So
absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, it's kind of hard for a younger person sometimes to say, hey, I'm going to come in an hour late, and their boss not think, he's just sleeping in, or, or hey, I'm going to cut out, 30 minutes early and go to this event. It's like, okay, you're going to go home and, sit on the couch for the night, but no, you're actually going, to expand your network. So
no doubt about it. How and I'd like both of you to answer this, how has RISE impacted you personally and professionally?
So I always say, like, the Rachel that you would have met 3.5 years ago probably wouldn't be here. Probably wouldn't be comfortable sitting here with a mic in front of her and a camera right there. This is crazy. But just the confidence and the development that I have seen in myself professionally, but also personally, there's been a lot of growth through what I like to say, there's growth in being uncomfortable. And some of these networking events, when I started off, it was uncomfortable because that's not natural for me.
Yeah.
But now, today, I feel so much more comfortable walking into a room and introducing myself and genuinely asking people about who they are and what they do. And so just the confidence that I've seen within myself over the last 3.5 years is so incredible. So I'm very grateful for that.
Professionally, I mean, it's been great to make those connections with other young professionals in the community. Sure, it's led to business opportunities and things along those lines, which is great. But I think it's just building those connections and being involved with different boards, and something comes up and it's like, hey, does anybody have a contact at X company? It's like, yeah, I know such and such over there. Like,
that's huge right there. And it just, hey, you have a contact there, just get a foot in the door,
Exactly. And then from a personal perspective, like Rachel said, just the confidence. But then also, I mean, I've made a lot of friends through RISE, whether it's the executive committee or just at events and stuff. You meet a lot of different people. Like we talked about earlier, being from Springfield. Springfield's a big, small town, especially growing up here. You think, whether it's through sports, music, school, whatever that may be, you think you kind of know everybody in your age group, but you don't realize how many people move here for our healthcare jobs, the state, different things like that. You're always meeting new people, which is one thing I've always really enjoyed, and just learning about who are you, why are you here? What is your what's your story? What, and just expanding upon that and building those relationships has been great.
I mean, me and you were both born and raised here, and we didn't know each other until Rise.
Didn't know each other
We're
before
the
this.
same
Yeah.
age, like we were in high school at the same time. But I want to echo Nick's point on the friendships. I have been blessed with. I have an even wider circle of friends that I can lean on, I can call on, that are in similar phases of life, and whether that's in their personal life or professional, and really, it's been really, really good.
I love it.
I think there's people that I would not be friends with had it not been for Rise. Like our paths never would have crossed.
Right.
Not that, I mean, we have a lot of similarities, but
probably would have never crossed. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's been great just meeting a whole bunch of different people.
No, I think that's really cool. I mean, this segment is called Communities Grow Together, and it seems like you guys as professionals in this group are all growing together.
Right.
That's what it seems like.
We're learning from each other.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's so cool.
Yep.
Well, a question I like to ask all my guests to finish out here. Is there anything we can do community-wide to help elevate all of us here in Springfield or the surrounding communities?
So I've got, I guess, probably two, I would say. One is, like Olivia said earlier, just do it. Just go and get involved. Half the battle is showing up. I think that goes for a lot of things in life, is just go and do it. And my second thing would be, my dad said, go make a difference. And I can't use his quote. So I'm recently coined this phrase. I say, go mad, go make a difference.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
So go do something, whether it's get involved with a non-for-profit, a charitable organization, or any type of just way you can make a difference in the community. If we all do a little bit, that 1% mindset, 1% better every day, I think goes along with making your community better as well. If we all just do one little thing each day just to better the people around you, it's going to be a major ripple effect.
I love it. And you are certainly doing that, not just a little bit, brother. You're doing it a lot.
Trying to.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We all want to live in a good community. So be a good community member, whatever that looks like to you. If it is being involved, if it's going to events, if it's being involved in the community in any way, just be a community member that you want to have in your community.
All right. Well, if there's some young professionals out there wanting to learn more about what you guys do, where do they go?
They can go to the Greater Springfield Area Chamber of Commerce, gscc.org. The Rise page is located on their website because we are affiliated with the chamber. And we have a whole list of scheduling out there. So you can see all of the events that are coming up. There's contact information out there as well. We are also on Facebook and LinkedIn and Instagram. So you can follow us on all of those social channels for all of the updates, getting to know a little bit more about each of the volunteers involved and all the subcommittees and just all the things.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I think too, if you go to the Rise website within the chamber, if there's a board member or a chair on there, feel free to reach out.
Yeah.
I don't want to sign anybody else up for anything else. Just reach out. And if you have a question, like, we're more than willing to grab a coffee, grab lunch, just to fill you in on what Rise does. And it kind of helps build that. At least you've got that one connection when you go to the next event.
Yeah. Reach out to anybody involved.
Love it.
Yep.
Appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
No doubt about it. All right. Well, we're going to let Olivia, Rachel, and Nicholas get back to elevating Springfield. But for the rest of y'all, we'll be right back.
When I first walked into Shudokan Karate Club, I was just looking for a way to get stronger. But what I found was so much more. Here we train in traditional karate, the real stuff, passed down through generations. Every punch, every kata has purpose. I've learned self-discipline, confidence, and how to protect myself. Not just in class, but in real life. It's not about being aggressive, it's about being prepared. This is more than a club, it's a way of life. Join us at Shudokan, traditional, powerful, real. Ki!
Well, thank you for joining us today, everybody, on another segment of Communities Grow Together on the Elevate Springfield podcast. Thank you again to David Hilst, American Family Insurance Agency, for partnering with us on this segment. Hey, take what you learned today. You bring the discipline and follow through, and together, that's right, y'all, we're going to elevate Springfield. Be great. Looking for expert tree care with hometown integrity? Look no further than Sangamon Tree Service. They're your trusted local pros, delivering quality workmanship, exceptional customer service, and fair, honest pricing every time. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup,
Their team brings professionalism and care to every job, big or small. Call the name your neighbors trust, Sangamon Tree Service, or visit them today at sangamontreeservice.com. Sangamon Tree Service, rooted in quality, built on trust.